Hi, I'm Dave with Fastway Trailer Products.
And I'm Brian from Brian's Mobile One on YouTube.
Today we're going to talk to you about our Fastway Flash aluminum ball mounts. These things are just awesome. They're all hand polished, solid aluminum. They make your truck look fantastic. The Fastway Flash ball mounts are much easier to handle and use than a standard steel ball mount is because they're a lot lighter weight. In fact, they're about 55% lighter than the average or typical ball mount that's the same size and model.
But being lightweight doesn't mean they're weak. To the contrary, they're very strong because they're made from aircraft grade aluminum and they're precision machined from a single piece. There's no welds or anything to crack. Now when you think of that expensive boat or camper that's behind your truck, you want to know that it's strong. This has a 2,000 pound weight rating on the tongue and a 14,000 pound weight rating for the ball mount. Now when you're in a towing environment with saltwater, coastal, marine environment, you want to make sure that you have something that's going to last and that's going to be strong for the long haul, and that's what this is.
The Flash ball mounts come in 3 different drop sizes: a 2-inch, a 4-inch, and a 6-inch. These can be flipped over and used as either a 1-inch, a 3-inch, or a 5-inch rise too, so it's easy to get the right hitch ball height to match the trailer that you tow.
Now there's 3 different size ball mounts: the 2-inch, 4-inch, and 6-inch drop, and they're not one size fits all for every trailer and every truck. You have to get the right drop for your towing setup. Now there's going to be different dynamics between how high the trailer coupler is off the ground when sitting on level ground and where the top of the receiver is, the opening of the receiver on your tow vehicle. So you'll need to do some measurements to get this right. Now it's important to get it right because if your trailer's too tongue high, you're going to have swaying issues and problems, and you'll look silly at the boat ramp or at the campsite if you're doing a wheelie. You don't want to be that guy. So in order to get it done and order the right one, it's easy. You take a tape measure. As I said, you have your trailer on level ground and you measure from the ground to the bottom of your coupler. Then you measure your tow vehicle on the same level ground to the top of the opening on your receiver. Now you take that higher measurement of the tow vehicle. Remember, this is a drop, in a drop scenario. You take the measurement between the vehicle and you subtract what your trailer coupler is, and that's the size drop you need. You can order it right the first time. Piece of cake.
So the way that you determine the drop or rise on the shank is this. This would be the area that would go against the top of the receiver tube in your tow vehicle. This one is a 4-inch drop, so you have 4 inches from this surface here to the surface here where you mount the hitch ball. If you're using this in the rise position, you tip it over this way, you'd have 3 inches from this surface here up to the top of the platform here. You can get the Fastway Flash with either a 1-inch or a 1 1/4 inch hole to mount your hitch ball in. The Fastway Flash ball mounts are all manufactured right here in the United States from start to finish, from the raw aluminum that they deliver to the factory to the finished product that Rosa hand polishes back in the warehouse. So each one also comes with a 1-year warranty.
You're looking at the Fastway Flash because you like to do things right the first time and you care about safety. So we're going to go over a couple of things that are going to help you in that venture. The number one thing that causes trailers to run away is forgetting this little clip right here. So make sure that's in place. You want to make sure that you have the right rating on your ball and the right size for the trailer. If they match, you're going to be in great shape. And lastly, you want to make sure that you have the correct shank and that you have the nut torqued properly. You want to torque this nut to 360 foot-pounds, and in order to do that, you're probably going to have to ask your mechanic friend or your mechanic shop that you visit to torque that properly. Most will do it for free. When making a decision on which ball mount to get, you can go to a discount tool supplier or a big box store and get something that's $20, $25, but you're going to spend a lot more in the long run because you're going to have to replace it, you're going to have to paint it, and you're going to run a risk with it. These have twice the tow rating and half the weight. That means that this is going to more than pay for itself. At $80, this is easily going to pay for itself in fuel savings. And you're going to be a lot better off if you just do it right the first time. If you get the cheap one and then have to buy one of these, that's the worst way to go. Do it right the first time. Get a Fastway Flash.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you being with us today. So if you want the best looking, the lightest weight, the toughest, corrosion resistant ball mount on the market. Get a Fastway Flash ball mount, and make sure that you share this with your friends on YouTube and Facebook and let other people know.
Love in the best way.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun for me to make. There's a lot of just junky ball mounts out there that are just not worth their salt. Their weight rating is really low. They're just not built well. So I really like the Fastway Flash. Really excited to get one. Happy to volunteer my new truck. The airplane noise. There's so many vintage airplanes and training airplanes and stuff that we're flying over. Took a little longer than it should, but I just thought it was fun. I was happy to do it. I really like things that are made in the USA, that are built right. There's so many jerry-rigged ways to do things that it's fun to see a company that, like I say, it's made in the USA and it's here, and that they do such a good job. I was a little stuttery. Like I say, I came down with I don't know what kind of gumbo I got sick with, but I was just happy to get it done, and thought it'd be fun to share. Maybe it's a little too much for all one video, but these guys make some amazing products. Instead of using wood blocks and cables that fray and hang down, they've got and chocks out of rocks. They got all kinds of solutions and stuff that make towing just a lot more, not just bearable, but just easy and pleasant. I've got a bunch of these products, like the Zip that I've been giving away to people that don't have a breakaway chain. I've got the Flip on my camper. I mean, these products that I have that I just really love. I'm like, man, why didn't somebody think of this before? Why didn't I buy them before? I got to get these. These are parking chocks, and you may ask yourself, well, now you're just being kind of ninny about things with the parking chocks. But anytime you take the trailer on and off, you got to chalk the tires. Instead of using rocks, use something that locks, that secures the trailer. Now here's some guys that didn't use trailer chocks. And watch what happens as soon as that trailer starts moving. The magic or that disaster begins. Watch this truck just get plowed in the side of the bed. A rear-wheel drive truck, if you got it in park, it's going to hold just the back wheels, but you take the weight off the back wheels and crunch. That trailer's going to move. The only way to get through this is to do a trailer chock or a ratcheting wheel lock. But these Fastway trailer chock, they're just the way to go. They're so easy to put in and out. I mean, it's nothing to get these done. Could have been a lot cheaper and a lot easier. Thanks for watching my video. I hope this was educational. I like to get out and have fun. There's nothing like a disaster to just rain on that. So hopefully some of the tips that are shared here and some of the products will help make your life easier, make things more fun when you go out and play. Take care.